Hi everyone, welcome to November. So, our soybeans are ready to go. But what I wanted to do this month is see if we could get some other soybean contracts. So they're not available yet. Hopefully that sound didn't come through, but dogs were chewing on balls and all kinds of other things in the house, so we'll see. What I really wanted to do is that one, possibly that one, although it's super large field, and put it all in our bin and deliver it depending on where everything was going. I'm guessing everything is probably going to go to the same spot, so that's why I wanted to do that. So I guess we'll see how that progresses, because I don't want to, but I might not have a choice. I think we just go cut ours. That'd be alright. Let's check the crop calendar real quick. Oh, last month for soybeans, we gotta cut ours, so. That's not the combine. So we'll keep checking those pretty readily to make sure we don't miss something. Because that's really what I think we need to do. Go get some extra soybeans and see what happens. Nice thing about not having a straw swath is you get the mulch state on your field as well. So I'd like to try and get all of that figured out. This corner will be tough. Should have went the other way. This corner might not get completely mulched. That'll be alright though. I'm not sure what to do with this field. I think this is going to be an extra greenhouse if when I get there. Well, maybe a chicken coop. I don't know. I could talk. I think I want to do some livestock stuff. Pigs. I don't know if I'm that super impressed with that. I don't want to grow a lot of the stuff that makes pig food, potatoes, sugar beets, those types of things. I like more of the grains, the corns, sorghums, beans, those types of things. So I'm not quite sure how I want to do that, but we'll definitely be doing the cows, chickens, sheep, goats, that type of stuff. Taking those products and either taking them to sell or, like I said, first episode, potentially taking them to production points on the map. People probably didn't hear this, but in the first episode I said that I don't want to put the, even the base game mods. Like I said, sawmills, I might do that one. Base game dairies, base game bakeries, oil mills, flour mills, that type of stuff. Not very many farmers have those in their back door, so my plan is to maybe use the sawmill for one, because I think that's a little bit more normalized. People have some individual sawmills at their places, their facilities. So I think that's an acceptable one. But bakeries, dairies, tailor shops, Granny's Knitwear is an awesome mod, but not super realistic for what farmers are going to have. And what I kind of want to make this map is, in this series, is something that's somewhat realistic to what farmers will have, especially in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest, grew up in the Midwest. That's kind of what I want to try and stay as true as I can to. And we might do some bigger equipment, that type of stuff, as we grow the farm and do those things. But as far as production goes, if I'm going to go do that, I think I'm going to just go purchase the base game productions and work my products into those. That doesn't work very well. So I think we'll try and do that. And that's not very many liters, so I guess my plan of saving my stuff for the end was not that fabulous. There are a bunch more harvestings though now, so none that I wanted. Alright, good. But we did get a little more extra money overnight from the greenhouse, since it's still on selling. Just kind of why I wanted to. That's pretty close. What's a big field? I haven't utilized AIs much. I didn't really want to do that until we got more into the more plentiful, I guess, dollar amounts for our farm. So I think we'll just probably plan on parking stuff here for now. I might go do the one deadwood. And then see where we're at for contracts. It's 6:36 in the morning. 28,000, almost 29,000 bucks in the bank, so we're doing all right. But we will need to cultivate that field. At some point we want to buy a form of a fertilizer or lime spreader. I don't know if that's right now, but sometime soon. The other thing that I kind of want to do, but I think I'll leave that up to a comment section, is what to do about these two fields. Like, they're two fields right now, and they've got some weeds in them, but I currently don't have the equipment to, and takes a hoe, so it's a medium weed herbicide here, so I can't do anything with the hoe here. But these two fields, tempted to put them together. I don't like the road running through them. Generally, I mean, on fun maps, sure, I'll plow as much as I can together and make it work. Guess we'll check this real quick. Then we'll look at the, yep, not anything different. For that guy, I guess. Generally, if there's a road through it, I don't necessarily plow it. So these two have roads through it, so I wouldn't necessarily plow them together, but I might plow these two together. I think this is a little bit different situation. Let me know in the comment section if you think I should plow 79 and 80 together. I mean, it would make sense to me. And then I would just have this one entrance exit to my farm. I don't really need two, so that one makes sense. This one I like having this ability, plus a lot of these. That guy's not a good soil type. 80%, 80%, 82, that's a little better. 80, 80. So that could be one field. That could be a field, that could be a field, that could be a field. Because eventually, like I said, livestock is where I'm kind of going. And I've also got to think about building storage. So obviously this barn's not very big. That was not very big either. So as I get bigger, I mean, we could always use this for that, but I don't know. As I expand, maybe some of these three fields or that field are used for storage and buildings, and then we try and figure everything else out from there. That guy's still there. It's very intriguing. We do have a cultivator that we can go put on it. I think we will, and maybe put an AI on it. Although, we'll maybe do a time lapse. We'll try that. And as we go through that, we'll... And that's another thing. Then I just did it, so sorry. Tabbing, I don't usually tab. I mean, I do on other games, but this series I'm planning on not tabbing as much. And actually driving, walking, whatever, to the areas. I just did it there, so that's a little bit of a muscle memory type thing. But in general, I want to make it as real life as possible. So I will do better at that as I go, and hopefully not make too many of those mistakes. But what we're gonna do now is go run the cultivator over this field, and get a little bit of that money, and we'll see where we're at for hopefully some of those harvesting contracts. That's really what I want to do, is either sell those soybeans, or, which I know is not super profitable this month, but if we can't sell them, I'm going to keep them. So we'll see on after we get done with this. doesn't seem like there's any more soybean contracts to do. You saw in the time lapse I did this field and the contract, and then accepted it. So we got $35,000, almost $36,000. Making it pretty well right now. Like I said, this John Deere 4020 has the John Deere front loader option on it. So we should see if we could get that figured out. What horsepower is it? I think it's 100. 101. Alright, pretty close. That's pretty close. So now I'll go back here. 90. 90. 280. Well, that's a pretty significant difference. We do have a lizard ones. 9120. I wonder if that would fit on the 4020. Maybe we should check that out. That's what I would say pretty adventurous. As you probably saw in the time lapse, we ran through a few different options there. Neither of the two John Deere ones worked. Well, first off, I guess the lizard one didn't work. Then neither of the John Deere ones worked. So we wound up with Quickie. So that's the new loader on the 4020. Which means we should go check the prices. What do we have for lettuce? Lettuce is the main thing that it's the only thing I have running. And I'm not going to save lettuce up throughout the year to sell at the best price, although that's the wisest thing to do. This game's relatively realistic, so once I get this loader situated and turn it off of selling, my plan is to sell the lettuce every month. So that's one of the first round of chores that we'll be working on as we come back into the game every time. What I might do is, like this calendar, an example is the month of January, I might set it to storing and then sell in February, but I'm not going to go March through February and sell the lettuce. Obviously, the lettuce would be terrible at that point and not any good. So that's my plan right now. I'll probably turn. We got 20,547. Do we have any more contracts? I haven't looked at that lately as I've been messing around with the loader. That's super odd. That's ready to harvest, that's ready to harvest, that's ready to harvest, but none of them are showing up in the contract. So at this point, I can't count on any of that because it's 118. I don't know if I can get done with it by that point in time in the day anyways, so definitely not going to count on those to be ready to go. Alright, let's change it. Let's go to storing. 20,000. We still got a decent amount of money. Actually, that's a good point. Seems like we were getting about 4,000 to 6,000 a month and 400 roughly an hour. Change my mind. Let's sell it for the next month. And then we'll get serious about it. So one thing we need to get is a trailer to put everything on. So we'll work through that in the next month. So that's a good point. What's the water situation? 31,000 out of 40. So we're good on that for a bit. I think we should work to 31,000 now. That's roughly 9,000 a month. About 4 months we should be alright. We'll keep checking it every month though, because that's one thing we don't want to do. Run that thing out of water, because now that's a big part of our moneymaker. So we'll try and keep that topped up, which that's, like we talked about last episode, a loader and a water tanker were two of our big needs to get. So got one of them. Now we just need to plan and figure out when we're going to get that water tanker. So, little disappointed. The soybean contracts didn't come through. It's not quite how I figured the month was going to end. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but take a quick look real quick, but super disappointed. That, I mean, they don't, look at the crop calendar, they don't have any more time, so right there, this is the last month to harvest soybeans, so they're cutting her pretty close. We'll keep an eye on it, but obviously I'm not doing all three of those now. At best I can maybe do one, because it's 1:34 in the afternoon, so I might keep an eye on it for a little bit. But it might be what it is for the month, because that's going to cut it way too close. Alright everybody, we got a loader. Greenhouse is doing a great job. I lost a little money on the loader fiasco, so that kind of stinks, but we're doing okay. It's November. We'll be running into the winter, so that's obviously not a great thing, but we do have that coming through. It's that not sure we're gonna have enough money to buy a field this summer, this winter. Sorry, pardon me. But I guess we'll see. Really like to expand the farm and start figuring stuff out, but times may not allow me to do that. But we'll see what happens. If there's any more, I check this sale every once in a while, but if there's any more contracts that come up, I'll post them as we do them. But otherwise, I might do the Deadwood. We'll see. Then I may not post that, but definitely if any of the harvesting ones come up, I'll post those. But it's not looking real favorable at this point, so those farmers might be disappointed when all their crops wither. So can't control that because obviously I don't have enough money. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll keep doing what we need to do, and like I said in the like I said earlier, what do you think I should do with these two fields? Should I merge them, and then see what happens, or leave them two and work two different crops? As always, I love the little homestead we've built, or bought and built. But if you got any suggestions, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll take them into account, and we'll figure out a better way to move the farm forward. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you. We'll see ya. Bye for now.